Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to episode 6, this will be, of my F125 My Team Career Mode. Now, I will address the elephant in the room. As you'll be able to see on the screen right now, it says round 12 for the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. Now, I know that if you've been following along with this series, the last episode that was out was in Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Basically, the way I do recording and like the way that my schedule works is I just do like bulk recordings and then I spread those out over the week, month, etc. So basically what happened is I recorded about 6 or 7 races over like a 2 day stretch. I edited them all, had them all downloaded, then my computer crashed. I don't know what happened. Like it just died. Yeah, I don't know. So I had to get a new computer, and then I managed to download the software that I use for editing, but like I couldn't find the files, and like I didn't have like any type of backups or anything. So all of it was just gone. So unfortunately, you've missed about 7 races in that. So I do apologize for that. But before we hop into Monza, I'll give you a rundown of everything that has happened. So far in that gap, right? And our new teammate, as you could have guessed from the title. We'll go through. So first, we're up to fan rating 3 on the fan rating thing. We got +2 on the sentiment. You can pause if you want to read a lot of these things later. Our owner training, we have started to go into engineering. Our personnel, though, we've got a lot of things. This left tree line, essentially, is all like driver contract stuff. And then corporate's just the same as it's always been. Now, this... Oh, actually, no. So, performance, is this... No, that's... Actually, yeah. We are in a team rivalry against Williams. You notice we have 56 points. So, we have been scoring some points in races. Again, I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, in a heated rivalry now. I will say, we first get into a rivalry... I can't remember what race it was. It was either Miami or Imola that we got into the rivalry. We actually lost that first rivalry, and then we scored some more points and got back into a rivalry with them. I can't talk, but yeah, I'll catch up on the results. At the moment in the drivers' championship, Lando is leading Max by 6 points. And then it's the 2 Ferraris. They kind of seem out of it, so it looks like Lando versus Max. The battle we thought we were going to get last year, and a lot of people thought that would happen this year going into the season. Red Bull v McLaren in the constructors as well, with only a 3-point difference between those two. Ferrari's still kind of in it, but then after those top 3, it just falls off a cliff to Mercedes, and then we're in 5th place. But yeah, season results... I mean, you can probably tell pretty quickly we got a podium in Canada. I'll go race by race, so we'll get to that eventually. We had basically like a 3-race span from Miami, Imola, and Spain that was just absolute dog shit. Miami was like it was just a horrible race for us. Imola, same thing, and then Spain showed some promise, but like obviously because we started in each of these races, by the way, we ended up qualifying like near the back of the grid, so I just thought screw it, and I just took engine penalties. That way later in the season we wouldn't have to. So I started from the back of the grid in all 3 of those races, and then the only one we managed to make up places was in Spain, so that was good promise. Then we go to Canada. Now Canada is a race that I really enjoy. It's one of my favorite tracks in the game. and I am very good there, so that also helped a bunch. But it was also just chaos in Canada, really. I'm ashamed that you guys didn't see that, because, I mean, you can see Charles Leclerc came at 11th, but he had the fastest lap. Him and I think it was Max. Yeah, he finished in 6th. They got into like a scrap kind of thing. They went onto the grass in like at turn 1 basically. Charles ran straight into a wall, lost his front wing, had to pit for a new one. Max didn't get any damage, but he lost places obviously. So yeah, that was just chaos. And then the Austrian Grand Prix, that's another track I'm fairly decent at. So we're able to get some points there. And then, I mean, it also says, if you look, Max in 22nd, he got a DNF. It does that where, like, say there's like 2 or 3 laps left, it'll just say 22nd or 21st if you retire. He was also leading the race when he retired, so that was really unfortunate for him. But then, Silverstone, we took a gamble with the strategy. It started to rain and we all went onto inters, and it started to get a lot heavier, and I thought that eventually it would go into wets, and I was struggling on the inters, so I put on a set of wet tyres. No one ever changed. We were last, I think, 2 DNFs from Esteban Ocon and Kimi Antonelli, so we ended up last in that race. But then Spa in Germany, the Belgium Grand Prix, we took another gamble with the strategy, where it started to rain in the last couple of laps, and I decided to pit for inters. So I did that. There was about 3 laps left. We came out, we were already running in the points. We're in like 8th or 9th, I think. And a lot of people behind us ended up pitting on like the second last lap or the last lap. So purely from a speed point of view, with having inters on a wet track, it just helped us catapult up the order. So that was just a really good play strategy-wise. If you're interested in Colapinto, he has been doing terribly, and I mean, there's a reason that he's not our teammate for next year. Also, all of our things are up to Phase 2. So Phase 2, corporate, personnel, and engineering. In terms of research, that's done, nice. We have a lot of stuff researched, as you can see, but not a lot of it is actually developed, because development takes much longer. And I found out that there is a mechanic in the game where if you damage your car too much, then development gets paused until they can repair the car enough. I don't know what happened to cause that. I can't remember. I don't remember exactly when it happened. But I'll show you the progress chart. You can see it there. So from Imola to Canada, we had no upgrades. So we had, obviously those 3 are relatively close together. So we didn't have much time in between. Then we got a couple into Austria and Silverstone, but those 2 are ridiculously close together as well. Then obviously you have the massive gap between Silverstone and Spa, so I managed to get really close to Sauber. I will show you in a minute. Obviously there's a massive gap between Sauber and Monza. Not Sauber, from Spa to Monza. So we've done a lot of upgrading and development. We now have 3 of these progress slots available. Same with the chassis. Powertrain has 2. Durability has 2 as well. But yeah, assign upgrades. This is the R&D chart, essentially, is what you'd call it. On the right there, Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, all the top 4 teams. That's kind of expected. We're the 5th team. I showed you guys the progress chart. After Spa, we were the bottom team. I think it's just that we had so much parts backed up that once we were actually able to develop, especially with such a big gap, we're able to just roll them through continuously, essentially, and we just jumped up the order rapidly. But I also think it's to do with a lot of these teams below us are all really tight, right? So like your Aston, Alpine, and Williams, they're all really close to us, and Haas, Sauber, and BCARB are a little bit lower than that. But yeah, in terms of, facility improvements, we've kind of just been going through these, just at a standard pace. But yeah, drivers, we the market opened, what was it, a couple of days ago now, like in the game, that is, and immediately we were able to re-sign Juan Manuel Correa, as you can see on the left there. Colapinto, there's a meeting available. I'm not going to go to the meeting. We've signed our new teammate, who is over on the far right side. So from the flag alone, you might be able to figure out who it is. But yeah, we're not re-signing Colapinto. He has been terrible in this car. Bortoletto there. Turns out drivers can approach you. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, we got a message that he wanted to approach us about a seat next year. It was an option, but obviously we didn't end up going with it. And then Sonoda, with it, like throughout the talks progressing, it just kind of became clear that he was very unlikely to come to our team with the kind of expectations that he had for us. So we turned to a different Red Bull driver in Liam Lawson. We can't see what his things were, but yeah, the contract is 8.28 annually, signing bonus of 840, and his performance clause is 3 top 10 finishes, which we've done. So yeah, it was really just, for me, he seemed like the best option. Obviously, Correa, as I said in the very first episode, he is going to be me, essentially, in this save, right? But yeah, Colapinto's still going to be here till the end of the season. But Liam Lawson, we have our lineup for next year. Juan Manuel Correa and Liam Lawson. So that is very good for us. I think that's everything that I need to catch you guys up on. Yeah. Oh, title sponsor. We re-signed Seren for next year, right? So in the old My Team, it was you did everything at the end of the year, right? So like engine, title sponsor, and driver, that was all done at the very end of the year. And then this year, obviously, the drivers come earlier, so does the title sponsor, so that happens during the season. And yeah, we re-signed with Seren. We're up to loyalty 7 with them. It was kind of disappointing though, because it was only the 3 that we had at the very start of the career mode, right? So Seren, X4 MiG, and what was the other one? I don't remember. But it was like the 3 ones that we had at the start of the thing. So that's kind of disappointing. Hopefully that changes maybe next year. But yeah, with all that, that should be everything. Time to head to Monza.
They call it the Temple of Speed, and the pilgrims have come to worship. It's all about the speed today. Qualifying awaits us. Welcome to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix.
Okay, so we are here in Monza, going out on our first flying lap in this new upgraded car. So hopefully, not only can we perform better and make a push, there's a chance we could push for P4 in the Constructors, which would be an amazing result for us, especially as the newest team on the grid. Monza as well is a track that I typically do pretty well at. So we'll have to see, hopefully that rain's true. There is a bit of rain forecast for the end of the race, so that doesn't really affect us at all at the current moment, right? Especially, it's only Q1 right now. It won't even be an issue in qualifying, but during the race, there could maybe be some different strategy plays towards the end of the race. But we will have to see. Right now, we are just focusing on trying to make this as clean a lap as possible, which we have done so far. Cross the line. P3. Okay. Pretty happy with that, honestly. Again, this is a much quicker car, so we'll also have to see if Colapinto can actually pull his socks up and do anything, because so far he's just been qualifying in like last. I don't think he's made it out of Q1. Well, I think he might have like a couple of times, but then in the race he just goes backwards. In the selection screen area for your driver for the race weekend, it shows you like the ratings, and I don't know if I would have included this in video, probably not, but it said that Colapinto had like 90 racecraft, which is basically how good you are in the race. It's not like that stat determines it entirely, but I think it's to do with like overtaking and how well you can defend and stuff like that. But yeah, he had 90. So, I mean, hopefully he's actually decent.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
So there's 4 minutes left in the session, pretty much. Everyone's done a lap. We're in P5. Personally, I don't think we need to go out again. We're 6/10 off of Charles, who's currently in P1. We're 1/10 off of Lewis, and then 2 behind Yuki. Max is just under 2 behind Charles. Now, you'd think Colapinto would have at least gotten up into, like, you know, Q2 range. He's in 19th. He is in 19th. Remember, this car is, the only cars quicker than it is the Mercedes, the McLaren, the Red Bull, and the Ferrari. He's been out-qualified by both V-Cubs, both Haas cars, one of the Saubers, one of the Alpines, one of the Astons, both Williams, and then everyone else obviously is quicker, and in a quicker car, I mean. Now, our car is slightly better, because at the start of the at the start of this season of the career mode, my plan was give him a better car, hopefully he can perform, I'll outdrive the car. Halfway through I just said screw it, and I was like, he's not scoring points regardless, so I'm not even going to try. But all that to say, I feel confident in just going straight to the end, so I'm going to do that, and if we get knocked out, then that is going to be unfortunate. But my thinking is we should be good. Hopefully Colapinto can actually make it out. We are good, okay. So we get through. I don't think anyone ahead of Pierre even went out. Maybe not even Lando did. Nope. Still P19. Yeah, he's been very disappointing this year. Very disappointing. I will say, I only signed him because he's on the grid in real life, right? So, I mean, today as I record this, but even when the first episode came out, and I was recording that, he had been swapped for Jack Doohan, right? Like, Alpine switched them. So it made sense. And he was also a much higher overall than a lot of the other drivers we could have picked, obviously being F2 and F3 drivers. But even still, I didn't think he'd be especially, like, earlier it could have been, yeah, like, it was the worst car on the grid. and I was just doing an insane job just to pull it to where we got it, and he didn't like have that capabilities yet. But he's in a good car now, and he's still not able to do it. Anyway, for us though, we make it through P5. All we can do now is just head to Q2 and just put the best performance in for us. We might end up fighting this constructors battle by ourselves.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Okay, so this is our first flying lap in Q2. I'm just cutting in now on the end of it, purely because this is a scrub set of tyres. As you go P5, okay. Yeah, this set of tyres is the... Yeah, they're already quite worn. It's the set that we used in Q1. So this is more of a banker lap, and then we'll obviously do a second lap regardless, because I got a feeling that a lot more drivers are going to go quicker than us. Okay, so there is 20 seconds left in the session. We're cutting it very fine here, but we're heading onto our second lap now. Yeah, we cut it very fine. Obviously we will get this lap. We're in P8 after everyone has set lap times. My only concern... Oh, no, that wasn't great. Okay, that wasn't a good first chicane. Yeah, my only concern is we might get hit with a bunch of traffic. Hopefully we can avoid that for the most part. Science is up ahead. I think these guys in front of us have already set set their new lap times. So hopefully they'll just get out the way. Carlos. Thank you. I was going to be really annoyed if he got in the way there. We've gained about 2 tenths now as we go through Sector 2. There's a Mercedes up ahead. I don't know if that's George or Kimi. Kimi, of course, the home favourite, as he was in Imola. Yeah, that's Kimi up ahead. Round the final corner. Still only gained about 2 tenths. I don't know if this will be enough. Well, actually we're in P8 already, so it might be fine. Okay, we're going to remain in P8. So we gained time. We didn't get any positions, but we also... Yeah, I don't think anyone was on a flyer that lap. So we actually might have been good regardless. But even still, I just wanted to make sure. Oh, Kimi got knocked out. Oh. Okay, well at least they got the Ferraris. The Italian fans have the Ferraris that they could cheer for. That wasn't the case in real life Imola. Liam Lawson, our new teammate, has qualified in P15. Given where the RB car is, I would say that's a good effort from him. Hopefully he can do good for us in anyway, that's next season. That's something we can worry about later. On to Q3. Okay, so there's about 45 seconds left in the session. You will see that we are currently in P10. I did do a banker lap right on the scrub set of
And that's just 30 seconds
of tyres that I
session.
used in Q2. Okay, nice. We're getting 2 tenths through that chicane alone. Yeah, I did a scrub set. I did a banker lap on the scrub set of tyres we used in Q2. I didn't bother to show that one, it wasn't anything special. Obviously we got P10 from that lap. We were about, Gasly's in P9, we were like 7 or 8 tenths off of him. Like, I don't think we made any major... Oh, that's a mistake though. I was about to say I don't think we made any major mistakes, but we just made one there. Yeah, my guess is they were just older tyres. But okay, there we go. Yeah, honestly, I have no clue where the pace of this car would be. We've got... We could probably out-qualify Gasly and Hulkenberg. But we're 7 tenths up. I just looked at the top right. 8 tenths now. Yeah, gonna gain about 8 tenths. Where is that gonna put us? P9. Okay. Okay. Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I did say that we're about 7 or 8 tenths off of Gasly. I thought we maybe could have got Hulkenberg as well, but I guess not. So even though the car is good...
But really, we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Yuki got pole. Verstappen by less than 1/10 of a second. By 85 milliseconds, it would... Yeah. Is it? I think so, right? I don't know. Charles in P3, Carlos P4, Lewis P5, George 6, Lando 7th. We were about 1/10 and a bit off of Hulkenberg. So he actually did quite well. Yeah, 120 milliseconds off of Hulkenberg. And then Gasly we out-qualified by about 1/10 and a half. So, yeah, even though this car is good now, it's still... Like, we can't solely rely on the car. We obviously have to actually try and do good. But yeah, there's supposed to be rain in the race. We'll have to see... We'll have to see how it all shakes out, honestly. It should make for an exciting race. I'll show you here, yeah, pre-race. It's sunny for the first half of it, then it gets cloudy, and then it looks like it should rain towards the end. Now, will it get wet enough for us to go onto wet tyres? Who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
A difficult race awaits these drivers here in Monza, but glory awaits too at the Italian Grand Prix. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Yuki Tsunoda lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Sainz, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Norris, Hulkenberg, Correa, and Pierre Gasly, Antonelli, Albon, Fernando Alonso, and Piastri, Lawson, Behrman, Esteban Ocon, and Isaac Hadjar, Colapinto, Stroll, Bortoletto, and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. So here we are at Monza, Temple of Speed, lovely long straights, and that's it. It's easy, isn't it?
It's a little bit harder than that, Crofty, than you make out. I mean, yes, you do have those long straights, but it's linked by very tight, tricky corners. Big emphasis on braking zones around here as well, particularly into turn 1. You decelerate at the 150-meter board down to the 50-meter board, and you'll scrub off easily over 150 miles an hour. So yeah, it puts a lot of G-force on the drivers' bodies as they decelerate, and obviously it throws up a big overtaking opportunity as well come race day.
All right, this is Mark. Can you hear me okay? We're further back than we hoped, I know, but we can still get a good result from here.
Mate, we're in P9. What do you mean further back? Okay, so it does look like it will be... It could be a 2-stop. Now, the thing is, right, is the rain going to make it to... Like, going to make it to the track in time so that we have to go onto like another set of onto a set of dry tires, or wet tires rather, sorry. You'll see me here. I mean, what's that? It's a 27 lap race, so if I can do lap 15, if I can take hards to lap 15 and then go onto a set of mediums and then take those as all the probably, yeah, mediums for 12 laps, I'd be fine with that actually. Try and do that, and then if the rain comes, then I guess we'll just adapt. This is, yeah, because, yeah, this gives me the option. Actually, hold on. 8, 8, 11. Tell you what, I'm going to play around with the strategy, and I'll let you know when I've actually figured it out, so you're not stuck here for ages. Okay, so I think the 2-stop probably is actually going to be the move, but I'm just going to flip it. So hards, then mediums, and then mediums at the end. That way I feel a lot more confident being on a set of used mediums at the end of the race than I do used hards, especially in the rain. If it wasn't going to rain this race, then I mean, who knows what we would do. But I don't know, I just feel more confident in that. That way we can hopefully also push a little bit harder. You know, being on lower fuel, knowing that we might have to pit because of rain.
Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now.
But again, it's really just a waiting game at this point. We got to do our race. I think we will just play for the 2-stop, and we'll see if we have to pit onto inters at the end. Then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Just trying to warm up these tires. Oh, it doesn't really work. Oh well. Just gonna have to try and get a good grid slot a little bit further. Oh, look at that,
okay,
0.1.
Park in there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
Obviously, being on hard tires is going to give us a bit of a disadvantage. But lights are out now. We got a good start against Hulkenberg, who's also on the hard tires. We're up to P. Oh, Russell! Oh, we hit the wall. Oh, okay. I looked up to the top right to see what position we were in, and Russell just cut across us. We're up to P5 now, though. Yellow flag's behind. Up to P5. That was actually a really good start for us. Hold on. Especially at the start of this race, we've got to be really cautious with the chicanes, because it's a lot of high-speed straights and turns, and then you just have to slam the brakes as you head. Oh, okay. As you head into the chicanes. So if you're right behind someone, you have to be really careful. Sainz is up in P3. Hold on, when Carlos Sainz is in 3rd place. I mean, as a fan of the sport, props to you, Carlos. And to Williams as well, I guess. Good job, but in this... Hold on.
Systems all looking
okay.
Good. Head down.
So we don't have any damage from hitting the wall, it looks like. But for us being in a rivalry with Williams, that's not good for us. We're on lap 2 here. We've got DRS on sides. Can we make... Oh, no, we're not going to be able to make a move. We're too far back. Yeah, Leclerc's gotten past him. They were just fighting so much that we've caught up to them. Hamilton and Russell are about 2.5 seconds behind. But we're going to have DRS on this main straight again. Can we do anything? Try and get a slipstream from one of them.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just
We're not
focus
going to be
on
able to do
the
anything. Is Science going to try and make a move on Charles? No, never mind. I thought he might have tried something around the outside, but he didn't. Just a little bit too far back for him. That's where Charles ended up getting him on that second lap. But yeah, Russell is now past. Oh, sorry. Oh no. Okay, that wasn't great. Yeah, as I was saying, Russell got past Hamilton, although we made that mistake there, and now both Carlos and Charles, the former teammates actually, the former Ferrari teammates, they've started to pull away from us. Maybe we can catch them again, but I don't know. That Ferrari does look really quick. Although George managed to get past Lewis. Their former actually, well, Lewis has just gone behind Norris, as you can see on the left there. But George and Lewis, they're former teammates as well. We're on lap 7 here. Charles about 6 seconds off in the distance, so we're definitely going to catch him. But we've managed to... Oh, Verstappen's in the pits. Already. Okay. Yeah, we're within a second of Carlos. We have managed to catch him. Are we going to have the... we're not going to be able to do it. Oh, okay, good. We braked maybe a little bit too late there, but luckily we didn't hit him. Yeah, we've managed to catch up to Carlos. It took us a couple of laps. We were basically matching each other's lap times. I think the highest the gap got was maybe 1.8 at one point, but we've managed to bring it back in. My guess is that the mediums have started to wear, and the hards are probably the better race tire at this point. Right, because, I mean, if Carlos is following the... Can we make a move here? No, we're not going to be... We're going to be too far back. Yeah, if Carlos is following the... Oh, okay, that was probably a bit of a... Okay. Anyway, yeah, as I've been trying to say, he should be coming in this lap if he's following the kind of game plan that was the, like, original map, like, thing. Oh, he is coming in. We got DRS off of him, though. Sonoda's in as well.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
Yeah, we're pitting on lap 11, so we got a little bit of time there. But both Sonoda and Max have come in. Charles is on hards, as am I, obviously. So we're going to keep going. Colapinto's in as well. It's going to be interesting to see where we come out in terms of, like, after we pit.
Franco's in the pits. Franco is in the pits.
Okay, so lap 12 now, actually. We're finally coming into pit. The Lando's coming in behind us. Charles pitted the lap earlier, that's why we're in first place. Come on, boys, give us a good stop. Ah!
Front wheel.
I jinxed it.
Put that behind us though and finish this race strong.
I jinxed it. So Science is ahead of us.
Speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
He technically was ahead of us when he came into pit. But okay, hold on. But we were really close to him. So we've really lost out on that with that botched pit stop.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
So rain could actually... We actually might have to pit for Okay. We might actually have to pit for Inters if it's... Oh, I mean, we'll have to see. I was about to say we're catching Science, which we were, to be fair. But then with that mistake at that... I mean, technically I guess you'd call it a chicane. But it's a fast chicane. Right, so it's not a chicane like this one here. This one you gotta
Gap to your teammate
slow down
behind,
rapidly.
20.0 seconds.
20 seconds to Colapinto? That sounds about right, yeah. Wait, inside a second though of Sainz. I feel like this is our battle today. Us versus Carlos Sainz, which, I mean, either way, P4 or P5, that's still really good points for the team. And Williams is our constructors rivalry, so that's also good for us here. We're right up the back of Sainz, so much so that we have to cut into the grass, slow ourselves down to avoid hitting him.
Verstappen's just completed a pass for the lead.
Could we maybe make a move into this? No. I thought about it, but I'm just going to wait until this straight or the next straight. We lose a little bit of time to him there. Try it again. Can we get it? We're not going to get it purely off slipstream. That's fine. Stay behind him, wait for the DRS. Get him on this straight down into turn 1. We've matched his acceleration. DRS open. Go to the left. He's going to go to the left. Switch back to the right. Just make a textbook overtake. Brake in time. Hit the apex. Perfect.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Thank you, Mark. I just realized as well, Verstappen's P2, Tsunoda's P3. That means that Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari is in P1.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 8.3 seconds.
Mark, I don't think we're catching Yuki. That's a big deficit to overcome. But yeah, Charles in first place. The Ferrari on Italian soil is in first place. These Ferrari fans would be loving that. Now the game, well, I don't know, the pressing action right now is just to keep Sainz behind. We've broken a second now actually. We've got clean air, fresher tyres. We just have to push and get as far away from him as possible.
Okay, information on Sainz. They're retiring from the race.
Oh. So it's lap 18 now. Carlos Sainz is out. So we could genuinely, we're in P2 now, but both Leclerc and Verstappen have come in. We could generally be looking at a very comfortable P4, especially now that Carlos has retired from the race. And we'll gain a huge amount of points on Williams if that's the case.
We might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes.
That's another thing. I don't know if the rain will actually get here, like, to make an impact on us. We'll have to see. There's about 9 or 10 laps now. There's Carlos there.
The pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Okay, we're pitting this lap though.
Okay, clear.
We're just gonna have to wait and see. Again, it's all just gonna be a waiting game.
There appears to be an issue. We're currently investigating.
What do you mean? No, Mark, no. Mark, please. Please tell me that we're not retiring. Don't do it to me. Mark, please, come back, Mark. He's not saying anything that...
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
No! Oh, you've got to be kidding me!
Retire or return to the pits.
Oh!
Retire as soon as possible.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. We're on for such a good result. Oh man, I was just saying it was kind of good that Carlos retired and we were going to get a free position and a bunch of points on Williams. Oh man. Colapinto's not going to do anything, so we're not going to get any points this weekend. Fuck, man.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
And this performance today, Crofty, really goes a long way to keeping their championship hopes alive. It hasn't been an easy season for them so far this year, but this drive today was impeccable. A job well done.
From lights out to the checkered flag, each and every driver has this moment in the back of their mind. Now it's time for their celebrations. Our podium, it awaits. But there can only be one on the top step. Your number one, Max Verstappen.
I'm lost for words.
After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
So, Albon got 9th, so he gets 2 points for Williams. Colapinto, I was giving him shit earlier. To be fair to him, he made up to P13. He beat our new teammate Liam Lawson. Maybe he heard the news and was like, I'm going to prove you guys wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I was saying, oh, Carlos is retired. We'll be able to get a bunch of points on him. Nope, we retired too. Oh, man. That's... I mean, we're never in it. We're never in the drivers. Max is now 7 points above Lando. There's, what, 4 races left? Because it's Baku is the next one, then Singapore, Brazil, and Vegas is the final race of the season. It's getting close. Red Bull and McLaren for the constructors as well. Yeah, it's 56 to 48 points now. Us against Williams, but yeah, man, I mean, it's just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, we can't really dwell on it anymore, though. We just got to move on to the next race. What is this? Accolades, passive sponsor income. Oh, nice, fan rating increased. Our sentiment level's gone down, though. That's probably going to be because we retired, isn't it? Qualifying's been great to watch. There might be a bunch of reasons for it, but that recent DNF feels like an extension of a recent trend with our performance. I mean, me as Carrera, I feel like we're doing well, but Colapinto, not as much. Anyway, that'll be it for this episode. If you've enjoyed, hit like. If you want to see how the rest of this series pans out, make sure to hit subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Significant wear on one of our parts during the last race. Please check the component management screen and replace any heavily damaged parts.